Welcome to the channel. This is WX Ninja. Here's your daily weather update. First thing I want to mention is in California, Sonoma County, the Kincaid fire over there blew up overnight. It's 10,000 acres right now. There's a lot of evacuations going on. A lot of red flag warnings in this area for California, Southern California. Hot, dry conditions. As you can see, it's upper 80s, lower 90s. Seeing winds, 30 to 40 mile an hour, some spots up to 70 mile an hour winds. Those just fuel those fires over there. So it's a real bad situation, hot and dry, a lot of wind, low humidity, and that just helps for wildfires to spread as it just pushes those embers out in front of the fire and causes the fire to spread. Dangerous situation over here. So stay on alert if you're anywhere in California there near a fire. Another thing we're seeing some showers here along the central part of the U.S. Looks like Oklahoma, parts of Texas, into New Mexico. You guys are seeing some snow. As you can see, in upper 20s, low 30s. Pretty cold, and some snow going on. So let's take a look at things. Here right now is the temperature anomaly. It's departure from normal temperatures. And you can see this big cold pool. As you see down here, that's why there's snow down there. See warm and dry in California and on the west coast here. So again, not a good situation for the fires. As we go forward in time, this is the Euro, King Euro. Better are the models between the GFS and the European. And if you do like these videos, just subscribe, click the bell icon, and you will be notified as soon as I make a video, send you an email. So you see the warmer than average temperatures creeping into the west coast, parts of Montana, staying there in California, staying over Texas. We see another shot of some colder air coming down. Temperatures start to moderate here over Texas. Warm and dry over there in California and on the east coast. And we see a bigger push of colder air coming. Hopefully this will help cool off California. We'll have to see how it goes. It does show some departures, pretty good departures. So maybe a little bit cooler. Hopefully the humidity values will rise, and that'll help them get the wildfires under control. But cold in the west, warmer on the east. Again, trough, high pressure. See the cold stick around up through the northern states. Sticks around throughout the weekend into next week. Sags south a little bit. Then it kind of pushes off to the east. So it's going to feel a little bit cooler than average. A little bit of winter coming. We'll have to see how much snow is associated with this, but you see it just pushes off to the east, gets warm again out west. That's the end of that run. So now let's go and let's look at the different fronts. Same model, just a different type of map, if you will. So here's your high pressure center. You can see the storm right now moving through. It's kind of elongated like this. See all that moisture there. You see the cold coming, a low develops up north there. Scoots across the country, allows some colder air to come in. Probably some rain associated with this over the Great Lakes region. Maybe snow on the backside. We'll take a look at a snow map here in a minute, and we'll see just where the snow is going to be. See a low pressure center come across the U.S. Another one develops as this one moves off. And there's your colder air right there. As you see, kind of invading the U.S. there, sticking around in the central to the western part of the U.S. over the Four Corners region. Kind of moves off, gets associated with a low. That tells me there's probably going to be some snow in here around the Great Lakes. And then it moves off further northeast. High pressure settles in behind it. And then high pressure gets entrenched here and just kind of pushes the cold air east. So now let's go over to the GFS. We can look a little bit more on where the moisture is going to be. So here is your system right now giving you the snow and the rain out ahead of it. You see the tropical moisture we've been talking about. They're in the Gulf, moving into parts of Panhandle of Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, into Texas. Pushes up further north, pretty quiet otherwise in the country. This is going to stay north. Looks like of Washington and Oregon. And that Gulf moisture this weekend. Go straight north up into Louisiana, parts that have seen rain recently. They're going to see some more. You see a low develop up here. But Canada, looks like there's going to be some snow behind it, probably in the higher terrain. Now you see a low pressure start to develop here with moisture out ahead of it. Then it just pushes straight north up towards the Great Lakes region. You'll get some snow out here in Montana. So there it goes. Looks like a low develops there and a low develops in the Gulf. So it's going to be rainy in the Gulf for the next couple days there. It looks like into the weekend. A little bit of snow for the central part of the U.S. almost. That low pressure center just pushes off. Rainy start to the week out there on the East Coast. Looks like some snow setting up here in the Four Corners region. Maybe getting into the areas of Texas and Oklahoma that just are seeing snow today. Looks like it's going to sweep on through and then kind of die out. See a little bit of snow here up again in the northern states. This is Tuesday, early Tuesday. So maybe a little bit of snow there. Snow out in Montana and all that. Going into the Great Lakes region. The low develops here over Wisconsin. Or Minnesota, sorry. Stays north, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a big snow producer. But still there will be some snow up there. Maybe a tiny bit more snow. Oklahoma, parts of Texas. And then things kind of quiet down. Stays a little bit cooler here. You see a bit of digging here. One thing we're not seeing is any rain over here in California. Just warm and dry. It stays pretty quiet in through the next weekend here. It's the first part of November. Again, we're far out in time, so kind of take this with a grain of salt. See a little system coming up to the northern states into the Great Lakes. Looks like a pretty good snow producer there. Showers into Texas and Oklahoma. And then this system kind of just sits here for a little bit, starts to eject off to the east. Get some snow over the Great Lakes region. Rain coming into the west coast. You got rain parts here of the Four Corners region into Texas and Oklahoma. And then this just heads off to the northeast. Looks like a little snow. We were talking about lake effect snow yesterday, and if you watched my video yesterday, only a couple people watched it, but I had to take it down. I didn't realize, but I had a video playing in the background because I had too many tabs open and I didn't have my headphones on. So I apologize about that. I had to take it down. Anyhow, we see some heavy rain, looks like develops over parts of Texas and Oklahoma. So they're kind of staying active weather-wise. Starts to scoot off to the east. The rain moves into the west. High pressure develops. That looks like another system's coming in the west. More rain for parts of Louisiana. Again, this is way out in the future, so we'll have to see. We get our first shot of a little bit of rain into California. Hopefully this holds true. It sweeps through and knocks out the wildfire threat. That's a decent sized low, 998 millibar. Looks like the front's going to swing on through California. Let's hope that holds true for them. That'd be a lot of rain and mountain snow. That'd really help to kill that wildfire threat. Let's cross our fingers. I hope that holds true. So that'd be really nice. This is November 9th. Those parts could really use that rain. So let's look at snow. This is 24-hour snow map. Assuming 10 to 1 snow liquid ratio. Could be a little bit drier. You could get less. Basically what this is saying is every 1/10 of an inch of precipitation, it's going to get 1 inch of snow. Sometimes the ratios are different. They can be higher or lower depending on the moisture content in the air. So we'll go through this as 24-hour increments. You can see up to 6 inches of snow in parts of Texas and Oklahoma there. Skip ahead 48 hours. See the snow up in Montana, 3-4 inches. Nothing too big for them. Looks like another 2 to 4 inches heading into the central part of the U.S. almost. Then it moves back down, headed towards Oklahoma and Texas again. Maybe another couple inches up here. Looks like some higher totals, maybe up to 6 inches. Extreme northern parts of Minnesota there. Little snow producer here, a couple more inches. Same thing up in Minnesota there. Early starts to quiet down, some snow showers, maybe some Great Lakes or lake effect snow, but nothing too heavy. Nothing crazy. They can get some crazy snow totals up there. Stays up there north. So we move throughout the run. Again, another clipper system coming through, a couple inches of snow. Dakotas into Minnesota. And same kind of deal, but it sags a little further south, gets into Wisconsin. Light totals, 3 inches is the highest I see right up here. As you move along, looks like, you know, maybe some more Great Lakes area snow, maybe a little lake effect snow in parts of the Great Lakes region there. You see a little system out west here in the Four Corners region, maybe higher hills type event. Then it kind of dissipates. You see some snow up into the higher terrain in the west here, but again, nothing too crazy. I don't see any big snowstorms sweeping through the U.S. And then here's when that low pressure system came into California. It's going to give some snow to the mountains there in southern Oregon, in the Cascades in Washington there, down through California. That'd be really, really good news if it did happen. Let's go 384 here. And then this kind of sticks around and spreads more to the Intermountain West region. Looks like it'll be a mountain snow event for most places. Maybe some lower terrain in Montana. Again, this is way out in the future, so whether it happens or not, we just look for general patterns when we get that far out. But it's kind of what's going on right now. You know, you see the rain and the snow moving through, heavier showers in through Oklahoma there. So keep an eye on things. You know, California, be real careful with all those fires. We hate to see that, but hopefully there'll be some relief coming soon. So that's your daily weather update here with WX Ninja. Again, if you want to get my updates, just subscribe and hit that bell icon. I'd appreciate it. Take care, everyone.